Welcome to Little Bighorn Treasure Hunting Sources 62, a continuing series of videos that can be watched on our webpage, littlebighorntreasurehunting.com. All of them are in a row. Today's video is Sitting Bull's recording of his kills and coups or coups throughout his warrior life. Most all of the history has been taken out of Robert M. Utley's book, Sitting Bull, The Life and Times of an American Patriot. And the back cover states, reviled by the United States government as a troublemaker and a coward, revered by his people as a great warrior chief, Sitting Bull has long been one of the most fascinating misunderstood figures in American history. In this authoritative book, historian Robert Utley has forged a compelling portrait of Sitting Bull by presenting the Lakota perspective for the first time. He has rendered the most historically accurate and vivid biography of the man to date. The Sitting Bull who emerges in this fast-paced narrative is a complex, towering figure, a great warrior whose skill and bravery in battle were unparalleled, the spiritual leader of his people, and a dignified but ultimately tragically stubborn defender of the traditional ways against the steadfast and unwelcome encroachment of the white man. From his early Hunkpapa warrior life at 14 years old, when on a raiding party near the Powder River, he attacked his first enemy, a Crow warrior, smashing his adversary with a tomahawk, knocking him from his horse. Then another Hunkpapa warrior finished the Crow off. Sitting Bull was unsurpassed in his bravery and courage throughout his life. He was always one of the greatest in following the four cardinal virtues: bravery, fortitude, generosity, and wisdom. He excelled in Wikasha Wakan, the highest level of holy man. A young man, half white and half Polynesian, from a Mormon missionary, left Utah at 15 years old and headed in 1865 to the Northeast for excitement. Captured by the Hunkpapa sometime after 1867, he was adopted by Sitting Bull. His name was Benjamin F. Gruard, and he lived and fought with the Hunkpapa, learning their language, traits, and habits. That's on page 94. He was given the name Grabber because when he wrestled, it was like a bear wrestling or bear hugging its enemy. Until Grabber was with him until around 1873, when he went back to the whites, the Wasichus. On page 163 and 164, I'll quote, Sitting Bull regretted that he had not killed Frank Gruard when he had the chance, but it was Grabber finally who voiced a fitting tribute to Sitting Bull's bravery. No man in the Sioux Nation was braver in battle than Sitting Bull, and he asked none of his warriors to take any chances that he was not willing at all times to share. I could recall 100 different instances coming under my own observation to prove Sitting Bull's bravery, and the first great Sundance that I ever witnessed after my capture by the Sioux, I heard Sitting Bull recount his coup in action. They numbered 63, most of them being victories over Indian enemies. Sitting Bull's significance at the Little Bighorn lay not in flaunting bravery or directing the movement of warriors or even inspiring them to fight. It lay rather in a leadership so wise and powerful that it drew together and held together a muscular coalition of tribes. One so infused with a defiant cast of mind that it could rout 3 stars at the Rosebud, General Crook, and annihilate Long Hair at the Little Bighorn. Never had the Sioux and Cheyenne triumphed so spectacularly, and never would they again. For that, more than any other chief, they could thank Sitting Bull. The great Cheyenne warrior, Wooden Leg, is quoted saying, I am not ashamed to tell that I was a follower of Sitting Bull. I have no ears for hearing anyone say he was not a brave man. He had a big brain and a good one, a strong heart and a generous one. In the old times, I never heard any Indian having spoken otherwise of him. If any of them change their talk in later days, the change must have brought about by lies of agents and soldier chiefs who schemed to make themselves appear good as good men by making him appear to be a bad man. Sitting Bull was elected Supreme War Chief of all the free roaming bands, video number 11, because of his example of how an Indian should live. Sitting Bull not only killed, but counted coups on many enemy Indians, but also many Wasichu whites in fights against Fort Rice, Fort Buford, Fort Stevenson, and Fort Totem, to name a few. His engagements were so numerous, with many documented. On page 73, he is quoted saying, to Fort Union trader Charles LaPentre, I have killed, robbed, and injured too many white men to believe in a good peace. They are medicine, walk on, and I would eventually die a lingering death. I had rather die on the field of battle. Sitting Bull is also quoted from Father de Smit's visit for peace talks he wanted Sitting Bull to go to. Sitting Bull said, Black Robe, I hardly sustain myself under the weight of white men's blood that I have shed. The whites provoked the war, their injustices, their indignities to our families, the cruel, unheard of, and wholly unprovoked massacre at Fort Lyon. That was the Sand Creek Massacre in Colorado. Shook all the veins which bind and support me. I rose, tomahawk in hand. I have done all the hurt to the whites that I could. Today thou art among us, and in thy presence my arms stretched to the ground as if dead. I will listen to your good word. That's on page 79. Sitting Bull was demonized, and after the Battle of Little Bighorn was sought after with all the strength and vigor that could be mustered from Indian scouts as well as the Wasichus, the government. I believe that Sitting Bull recorded all his kills, coups, and honors of bravery on the spine of his war club. I counted, and I see 97 notches on the right side, 91 notches on the left side. There's 14 notches on the bottom left, and 12 notches on the bottom right, for a total of 214 total notches on this war club. I felt it was important to count and share these monuments of Sitting Bull's life. As he was the greatest holy man, warrior chief. When finally pushed to surrender, Captain Clifford concluded, nothing but nakedness and starvation has driven this man to submission, and that not on his own account, but for the sake of his children, of whom he is fallen. Also, Major Walsh of the Major James M. Walsh of the Canadian Royal Mounted Police. He was the one who dealt with Sitting Bull shortly after the Royal Mounted Police were founded, and he knew Sitting Bull well in Canada. He said, offering his own views, however, Walsh opposed granting the Sioux a reservation in Canada, and Sitting Bull was the reason. It's quoted, he is the shrewdest and most intelligent Indian living, explained Walsh, has the ambition of Napoleon, and is brave to a fault. He is respected as well as feared by every Indian on the plains. In war, he has no equal. In council, he passed from camp to camp, confronted with a dwindling following, but joined by disaffected Indians from the United States. Such a man was bound to become a troublesome agitator. Bull's ambition is, I'm afraid, concluded Walsh, too great to let him settle down and be content with an uninteresting life. That's on page 214. After Sitting Bull's assassination, Walsh said, I am glad to learn that Bull is relieved of his miseries, even if it took the bullet to do it. A man who wields such power as Bull once did, that of a king, over a wild-spirited people, cannot endure abject poverty, slavery, and beggary without suffering great mental pain, and death is a relief. Bull's confidence and belief in the Great Spirit was stronger than I had ever seen in any other man. He trusted to him implicitly. History does not tell us that a greater Indian than Bull ever lived. He was the Muhammad of his people, the law and kingmaker of the Sioux. That's on pages 306 and 307. Well, I thank you for watching my tribute to Sitting Bull. I thank God for the war club that One Feather took from his cabin after Sitting Bull was assassinated. God bless.